Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another fairly short part of my Tomb Raider Underworld Let's Play. Again, this has to be fairly short because I discovered that since I switched to full-size recording, I can't actually get that much footage onto my hard drive. But there we go. Which is life. I'll find a way around it eventually. Treasures. Anyway, so we're going around the other arm of our crab, if you can remember very roughly. Oh dear. Hop off. And we need to collect. We've collected the head we need to solve. You remember I needed to collect a head in order to spin the dial on that. I don't know, maybe it's a pseudo calendar of some kind. And I've collected my head, going underground, climbing down with a bunch of spiders. And now I am going to finish the other part of the puzzle. I've actually never gone up here. I wonder if I can. It's clip brushed. How bizarre. I kind of understand why, but at the same time, it's interesting that something that is so obviously climbable in the game's own visual grammar has been covered in vulnerable brushes. So, again, playing other games always leaves me with a terrible sense that I'm pressing the wrong use button. Exactly. Oh, look. That's not good. See, this is what I mean is slightly silly about the combat. They just take way too many shots to die. It's fairly ridiculous. When you see one of these on the floor in general, it means you've got to stick one in. However, I can't jump up there to drop it. So what I'll probably have to do is drop you for now and use this stone as a block. The assumption here, of course, is that this door will be movable by dragging down that lever. Also, just a quick check around to see if there are any obvious treasures around here I missed. Although I remember this area being fairly barren from the point of view of treasures. Well, I could of course be completely incorrect. One second, I'll just drop just to double check, just in case. Oh, no, we're all good. It's quite interesting what's been happening recently in the election in England, which is that it's finally come to a large number of people's attention that our electoral system is designed such that you can have a party getting 25% of the votes and a tenth of the number of functional power as another party that gets that number of votes. A particular example being the general election in 1983, when the Liberal SDP alliance got, I think it was 26% of the general vote, and Labour got 27%. Labour got 250 odd seats, the Liberals got about 27. It's completely ridiculous. Excellent. Anyway, I'm sure you'll see the symmetry here. There's probably... No? Okay. Now, as you might remember, we have to do exactly the same things last time. Although, this time we collected this head rather than that head. So let's see, what do we have to solve with this one? It's exactly the same problem. It's the middle one that's out of alignment again. Okay. No. Wrong way around. Didn't think my way through that at all. This time the inner one is out of alignment. Oops, come on, turn it. Well, technically the middle ring, I suppose, is out of alignment, so I need to scroll that into the right place. And then when we disengage the middle gear, we can move it outwards into the centre. There we go. So with any of these things, I just love that it's got to the point where people just accept completely gratuitous and bizarre mechanisms in these games. I mean, what the hell is the purpose of this? And why on earth would anyone design a door that is only openable by something that you have to jump a really quite significant distance to get to? Nice satisfying clunk at the game, got the right spot. And now here is an extremely annoying time trial section which I will almost inevitably fail. So prepare your laughing hats. Oh crap, I left the bike in the wrong spot. Yep, I've almost certainly failed this off the bat. I'll have to move the bike and then reactivate this. Oh well. Look at that 90% of the urgency they give you is entirely from the music. Oh, they moved the bike for me, excellent. Reverse it. There's a good goal. Let's go. I love that beautiful normal mapping and bump mapping in this, I love it. Really gives the impression of slick, wet surfaces very well. There's another dead specimen. Be quite careful there. If you actually try and do the jump properly, as it were going from bridge to bridge, you often fall in. Whoa, down we go. Don't close on me. Oh, victory. Excellent.
Mayan hieroglyphs. The place of fear. It's definitely Xibalba, the Mayan land of the dead.
The interesting thing that they've dropped, look at these headed chaps. So there's presumably a head we're going to have to stick in there later. Because this is probably going to let us out. Because if we look down here, this is closed up. So we're going to have to open this again on our way out. Because this game actually tends to have straightforward backtracking. You may have noticed that when the motorbikes slid up to this pit with its extremely large scars, one has to assume they were impaling, I don't know, giants or massive gorillas. Or maybe the level artist has got the scale slightly wrong, who knows. There was no QuickTime event, and that's because they have removed QuickTime events in this iteration of the game. There aren't any. I think there were some in Anniversary, and there were certainly loads in Legend. Although I actually quite like the ones in Legend. They're mostly quite good. No, it's interesting they removed them, whereas most other games have been getting more and more pro the QuickTime event. It's another gigantic skeleton. Although I suppose they could be the Thrall skeletons. That's what we'll find out. No, I love the way she's perfectly happily driving a motorbike down into a tomb, despite the fact it's probably the most inappropriate vehicle she could take with her. Okay, get a bit of a line up for this one. I've been playing an absolutely fantastic indie game called Jets and Guns. Spiders. Hello? Interesting. They're under somewhere. I think I'll probably have to do that on the way out. Any treasures? No. I better run up. Some really great sound design in this game. The motorbike actually is very well characterized. It's sad that they got so many of the small details right, and yet the game is just slightly short. Well, I say slightly, it's actually extremely short, and I don't know. It doesn't have the... it lacks charm in an obscure sense. Technically very efficient. Again, what purpose would this mechanism serve? And I hear spiders. Oh dear. another spider is presumably around here somewhere. You can hear its little feet scrittering, but I think I knocked it down there and it's trying to